All right, what's up, guys? Gonna do a quick recap of today. So, today we had an amazing day with Google, but the first words out of my mouth this morning within the first few seconds going into the day was I said short IWM, watch it for the downside. So, the reason on why is because last night during the Sunday session, I marked this area up here as my supply resistance zone and this area down here as my demand and my support zone. IWM opened up and wicked and hit that zone not once, but twice. The first candle of the day actually wicked and went all the way down to the demand zone, got bought back up, and then retested it, and then came back down, bounced, and then it was just a short the pop and stayed underneath the 9 and 21 EMA, closing every time on the 5-minute chart until it came all the way down and hit that 220 cycle level area right here. So IWM, absolutely amazing short. If you go to the hourly as well with where that supply zone was at, these highs right here, this high right here, it lined up perfectly. If you drew your trend line here and matched that equal high and went over, it lined up with that supply zone here as well. So really, really nice rejection on IWM this morning off the top of that zone. SPY, on the other hand, stayed in the zones today. So I was able to catch the initial rejection here for this downside move back down to the middle of the chop zone for about 13 points on ES. Called that out live in Discord and on Spaces. And then SPY bounced down here off my level, went back up to the top 2 more times, rejected, came back down, consolidated, hit the equal low right here, and just held the bottom of this zone and then closed directly in the middle of it. So SPY was good for scalping futures just from one zone to the other, but majority of the day was just choppy. The big winner of the day was Google, which I took earlier in the morning and held puts all freaking day. So Google, this was an amazing downtrend day for Google, and I'm still short Google in the 160s. Just in runners now, I had 10 contracts, sold 9 by close today, and then rolled some profits into the 155s for 10.18. So Google, if you go here on the 30-minute, look at this trend line here. So once and twice and 3 times right here. So really, really nice trend here, but then it had a nasty little hanging man right here and then a big body red candle, almost an evening star kind of setup here. But on the 30-minute here, it just back tested the 9 EMA and this 164.2, the previous high over here, and closed below it, and also got a hard rejection and closed back below the 9 and the 21 EMA. At this time on the 30-minute as well, if I go down here and I look at the TTM squeeze, it was already moving to the downside, but that little red dot appeared right there. So high compression was building and the momentum was going to the downside. So a squeeze with momentum going to the downside was forming as it was retesting that trend line after it failed to break to the upside and coming back down. So I got the puts for the break of that trend line to get the move down to 162, and it went all the way down to 162, got a little bit of a pop back up, and then got a nice sell-off into the end of day underneath 162, and the puts for 160 end up going just about 60%. And like I said, I only have 1 contract left. Rolled some profits here, I believe in the last like 15-20 minutes of the day, right before the dump. I let everyone know that I was rolling into the 155 puts for 10.18 expiration, and got it filled at 124. And then this nice candle here to the downside ended up closing those contracts around like 135. So slightly green, smaller trade using the profits from the 160s, but overall, you'll see this is where that first bounce was here on the 5-minute. Google came back up, and then you'll see that double top rejection right here where it failed to break above and then it came back down and then ended up knifing straight through that trend line. So really happy with my execution today on Google. That was a big winner. So other than that, that's it for me, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow.